Hi everyone, welcome back. Sorry I have been gone, missing in action for quite a while, but I haven't been really doing any videos because my time that I have is so limited that I don't even have enough time to like start a video. So I have like 10 minutes here, 15 minutes here, and by the time like I clear off my desk and want to do a video, it's just not enough time for me. It's summer, you know, and lots of things happening. So I am working in my 50's journal, my 50's fashion journal, and I gave some sneak peeks. Let me tell you, I started this when the snow was on the ground still, so I have been working on this for so long, and I feel like now, like I want to do so many other journals and work on other things that it's like now I want to hurry up and finish, but I don't want to do that. The journal is done, and all the signatures are sewn in. Now I am making my like interactive and kind of ephemera and that kind of stuff for it. So right now I am looking for some items to finish up. So I thought I'd pop on the camera and let's kind of go over what I've done so far. So my ephemera that I've harvested from lots of different books and magazines, that kind of thing. So I have this book here, which, let me grab it. This is Pattern Behavior book, and this is wonderful. I've already, like I said, I've taken a lot out of it, and it's a book nothing but patterns, and so this is great. I did get this at my local bookstore, and I bought it brand new, but it was worth it because of all these ladies that I can cut out and all the images. So it's a great book. So if you're looking for a pattern type book, you might want to search that. In there, I cut out this one here, and then let me zoom down just a tad. And then this is a pocket that's like on a dress that came out of that pattern book. So it would make a nice page in the journal somewhere to, you know, to put a pocket. So I'm just kind of going through things. This book, or journal, I keep wanting to say book. This journal is so full right now that it is already like to its, you know, it's full already, and I don't really want to put any more into it because I don't want to have an alligator mouth, and I definitely want room for, you know, the person to put, the recipient to put their own stuff in. So I also do have one of these slides that I picked up when I was thrifting. Like I said, I've got this pocket, and I have this here, this one too. So now I have a box over here of all kinds of stuff that I have been working on. So just let's go through it. This is a piece of wallpaper. I just used it to kind of like to hold the session of creating that I was doing. So in this journal I will have some images of windows. So I do have these backed onto like heavier cardstock because this is from a catalog. And it's really cool to have an image behind it, and then as you can see it, I have two of them in here already. So I'm not sure I will use these, but I might save them for something else. So I might need to use 2 piles here. This one is from a 1950s. It is from Fashion of the 40s and 50s book. I have to look behind me. And I know this is nothing to write on, but this is just paper I wasn't going to use, or cardstock. So I backed it onto that. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, or if I'll put it into the journal and then this becomes a tuck spot. So I have that. This I was just playing around with. Just one night I was going through the mail, and so this is just a little window that might be a little flip window, and you can put, you know, an image inside of there, you know, so that you can see it. So there's that. I made a whole bunch of these one night, just watching TV, and I took apart this needlepoint book. I have some more in here. There's another one. I think it's all in the bottom, but we'll get to it. So anyways, these make really cool designs and belly bands. So I backed it onto just heavier paper, cardstock. And you can use them for belly bands, and they're really cool to put in the journal. Or what you can do is a corner. Let me see if I can find the page in here real quick. Here we go. So here is one page where I took, this is some vintage like fabric ribbon, and so I did it as like a corner. So you could do the same thing with these. See, you could cut it here and here and make an angle out of that. Actually, that would have been really cool right there with the colors. And then you would have a tuck spot here with the card showing. I like this angled look. So that's another idea, what to do with those. So I went and cut apart this whole needlepoint book and made a whole bunch of ephemera out of these, and actually bigger journaling cards. And actually, let me grab those. Here is, so here I backed these images. To know is nothing at all. To imagine is everything. So here's one that I made into like a little journaling card. I backed it onto craft paper. This one's the sun. Backed it onto paper again so that you can write on it. This one's a bunny image, and I backed it onto pink paper. So I just basically took this needlepoint book that I had, I cut the whole entire thing out, and then I backed everything how I wanted to use them, and so now I have a whole supply of these. So I'm going to keep these 2 out because this was for this book. These are not. These are for another one. This is in my stash. So then I have some wallpaper. These are I just randomly cut out some pieces of wallpaper. There's nothing on them yet. They're just made into like a paper tag. And I'm just not sure what I'm going to do with these yet, but they're just here in my little pile. Then there is another book that I had. It was an advertising book. And so what I did is I took my spray adhesive. I have 2 spray adhesives, but this is Loctite spray adhesive, middle weight bonding. So it's great for just spraying and then stick all of your ephemera pieces on it, and then boom, cut them out and you're done. There's no wasting of like stick glue. I mean, as far as economical way, that's much, much easier and faster. So I basically just, I did that outside in my garage. I sprayed it all, put it all down, and then I brought it back in the house, and then I cut them all up. So then these are all backed onto a nice like heavy paper. So these are like little journaling cards Like this is from 1916 image. So these are, you know, like all different kinds of images. Let me zoom down just a minute because these are like really small images. So I just made them into little adorable little tags to tuck in different spots. Like this is 1904. And then I didn't distress the edge, but it looks like I did. I'll show you about that. This one's got a orange edge, 1907. These are all little little style tags, little mini tags, I want to say, that I made with all this little ephemera. Did different types of little die cut, you know, a little different edging. This one, ivory soap. Isn't that cute? I just did a whole bunch of different edging here. And what I want to show you is a couple different ways of my distressing that I do. Yes, we all have, you know, the ink to do the edging, but these are what was it? Close to my heart. I thrifted this a long time ago, and they had all these little blocks in there, so I kept them. But all I do is basically take this and then I just stress it like that. But I don't always do that. I also use these. So these are Winsor Newton pigment markers. Excuse me. I have a whole bunch of these that I thrifted in a haul, and they are all really nice markers. That one's kind of beat up a little bit, but it's just a regular marker, and all I do is just go around the edge, and it looks like I distressed it, and I love that look. So that's just another thought if you wanted to do that. So sorry, my throat. So those are some images from that book. Here are some more. These are colored images. Like this is 1925. Heinz apple butter. Here's Eversharp pens and markers. So I just sat and made a whole bunch of journaling cards. This one's 1958. And then, so I made a whole bunch of those out of that book, that image, and I have more. These are just the ones that are finished. So I had a paint. Do I have it? No, I don't have this book out, and took everything out of it and made all my ephemera that I want. So, so this book here, I just took a bunch of pages that had really pretty images. Again, I backed it on to writing paper on the back. Same with this one. It was how to paint. And it was just really pretty. So this is a nicer large one. So I did that. Then I had a couple nature type books, so I just made these into pockets to stick into a journal. Not necessarily this 50's fashion journal, because this is, you know, got birds, but the paper, the pages of the book are kind of light, so I took another piece, or did this one I folded? Yeah, this one I folded over to give it some stability here, and I will do the same thing with the top part. This one here I folded over to give it extra stability here and here. So this is all ready to go onto a book page, you know, a book page for a pocket. So I found those two pages. This one here, this is out of another nature book. I kind of just made a pocket here with two pages, did some fancy sewing around the edge, and then I distressed here with not sure if this was the ink pad or if it was a marker that I did here, but it's kind of like a dusty blue. and it's two-sided, so it could be glued on or you could tip it in as a floating pocket. So this was another batch of ephemera creating that I did. Then, so I have this whole bucket here, so we're going to go through it, and I'll show you. I get on a tangent and just get to creating, but so this I made into a journaling card. This is a beautiful image, like a vintage image of decorated cookies, and I will probably take my corner puncher and punch the corners or do decorative edges on here for this to make into a nice journaling card. And I backed it onto tab paper. Now this, I don't know if I have any more left actually, because I have been using it like crazy. Oh, I might have some more, but I want to show you because this is a perfect idea for when you want to back stuff. Yes, here. Here we go. So this is what these are. These are page dividers, and they come. This happens to be all beautiful bright colors that I like, especially for this journal and for little golden books. But it already has a tab on it, and you can actually keep the holes. I'll show you how I multi-used these. But I look for these whenever I'm at a thrift store or garage sale. So these are perfect because they're kind of like a medium weight kind of cardstock. So keep those in mind when you're looking. My desk is so full from this project that I don't have any room for anything. Okay, so I did this. I'm not finished. So this came out of another book. It was a beautiful yellow butterfly. This is Paper Doll, and I do have Paper Doll in this journal, and I had this one in the journal, but this one is so thick here of this trim that's on here. It's too thick and it's making the journal too thick, but I will probably include it in the journal because I do have Paper Doll and other dresses in there. So I had that. I've got this image of this little girl watering flowers. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it. Then I have these images here that I've cut out. And these are just, are these doubled? Yes, these are doubled. These are 2 pages like glued together, and then I cut the girls out. These are not vintage. These are out of, let's see where that book is. Oh, right here. That is out of a McCall's book. So I cut out like all these dresses. Is it McCall's? New Look. Okay, anyways, it's out of this. So I just took this on a trip one time, and I sat and I cut out all these pretty shirts, and see, like, here's one that I cut out. And I just started cutting them all out. Even though these aren't the vintage ones, they still make beautiful ephemera pieces. So that's where these girls came out of. Oh, there's another one. So those are all the same there. Now this one is out of my vintage counter book. I showed in a haul a long time ago. I scored online a Simplicity one. Let's put that there. She is darling, and there's another girl that's there. This is from this book here. So I did find a vintage countertop book, and It is 19... I thought I wrote the date on here somewhere because the book is all like falling apart. 1968. So this is a 1968 counter pattern book. And so this one I backed onto some cardstock, and the little girl that's here with her is in this book. Actually, let me see if I can find it real quick so you can see how I used it. Where did I put her? Let's see. This journal, I don't know why I'm saying book. This journal is just so cool, and like I said, I've put so much time into this, and I just absolutely love it. Okay, let me see, where did I put the little girl? Let's see. Just trying to find the page where I put her. Her little sister. Was it there? Nope. Not that one. Let's see here. I didn't think I put it on all the way into the front, but maybe I did. Just trying to remember where I stuck her. Oh, there she is. So she's here on this page. Here. So this is the little girl was like right there. So that's how this was on the pattern book. So I stuck her on this page. So, but she is too big lengthwise for this journal, and I hate to cut her up because she is so darling. So maybe I will save that for my tall journal that I want to do. So let's see, we got some more images here. Here's a 50's girl here. This is just a piece. Some of these are just projects that I was working on, you know, as I was going. Here is a men's one out of that pattern book, and little girls on the back. On that one, this is just a piece of scrap. This is border for like teachers put on a bulletin board. And I was going to make a double pocket here, and then it's a nice bright colors, and I changed my mind. So this one here I made into a little double pocket. So here's an image, 1948 advertising image made into a journaling card. It tucks in the back here. You've got this picture here. And then on this side, you can stick an image here. There's a pocket on the top here that you can put in. Whoops, it doesn't fit in there, but you can put an image behind, you know, this, so it's another window. So I have that. I was working on some wallpaper corners. This one does not go with this book, but I was working on that. I was also gutting apart another book, and I was like, okay, maybe it would be really cool to cut out some of these images, and I used my new, it's not a gyro cutter that people use, but I got this one off Temu, and it has the pivot blade here cutting, and it does work fantastic. And that's how I cut all of these images out. And these are cool to put on a page and then have the image poking behind. This one is a lamp, and this is a book, a journal. So I left it so that, you know, you can put a, you can put an image behind it. And then this one here, same thing. I just thought it was really cute, bright colors. And I glued 2 pages together. So this will make a nice, like, pocket here. So I was just fooling around with those images. They're not going to go in here. So this one, we were at a restaurant, and this restaurant had this really nice, like, cloth napkin. It said, "Have a nice day." And my husband saved it for me. So I started sewing on this and making a fold out with this napkin. I just thought it was really pretty. And so it's got a pocket here, and then I sewed this vintage image, and this is some little crinkle material. This side is another pocket. It's 1952 ladies. So this is a pocket. Did I make this a pocket on the tops? No, I didn't. These are just tops. Okay. And then you open it up. Here's another pocket. Here, this is a vintage book page, and then this is part of a book page that's in here. This is a 50's fashion, so there's a pocket there. So we've got like 4 pockets if you open it all the way out, and then of course we have the back, which I haven't finished yet. So this will most likely go with this journal. I have to finish that, so I was just showing you that. This, I made an envelope out of a sewing book. So this was really cute, and I love the purple kind of crocheted, like, crocheted corner here. It's just really pretty. I just love the colors. I don't know if I'm going to use it in this book or not, but I have that. Alright, then this stack here. Then I took this other painting book, and I basically then I took this painting book, I cut out all the pages that I wanted, and I'm recycling the cover, the chipboard, cover. So then I started making some more. Actually, I have a couple images that are mixed in here. This one, this one is the same as those other ones. So I have a couple in here that are mixed in, but this is a painting book. Oh, that's another image from the other book. So some of these got slid together. But what I was trying to do was make some journaling cards onto the really bright index cards. I have to finish collaging these, but I was just getting the images on this one. This is all about painting, so there's all different types of images, and of course I'm going to do lace and all kinds of bright. There's some fish. This one I kind of cut out into a stamp. It's a house. There's another fish one. This one is some fruit. This is like I said, it's a painting book. And here I used a decorative edging punch for that one. This one I was making into a little pocket, so I put some there. Again, like I said, I'm not finished. These are just starting projects. This one, some flowers. And then I just started making some smaller ones. And then here is all of the images, that I cut out of this book that I'm going to use for making tags and ephemera. So these are just, I just sat and cut all of these pieces out, and there's all different sizes out of this book. And so This one's a cat. So these are kind of on cards. And these are just ready to be made into pockets and ephemera and, you know, just all kinds of goodie. So there's all kinds of images here. And I just did decorative edging with my scissors and cut these all out. There's just all kinds here. So I just took this whole book and cut it all down. And now I have all these images that I could use for journaling cards and whatnot. So that was that project that I haven't finished yet. And out of those pages, these were like full-length pages. And then this one I kind of cut out to make a window. But I still can use these as background pictures. This is like a big paint, you know, painted. So it makes nice like paper images. So that was another night that I did that. What else have I got going here? This is just a piece of scrapbook paper, cardstock. This here I was messing around with a piece of wallpaper and put this image. I was just kind of fooling around, and I haven't done anything else with it yet, but I took this image out of this 50's book. Yeah, the ideal 50's woman was a homemaker, bringing up her daughter to yearn for domesticity. So 2 or more can petticoats of nylon, usually with frills of nylon knit and pastel colors, were worn under full skirts. These were often stiffened by dipping in sugar solution, then drip drying. Wow. So, anyways, I was trying to figure out how to do something with that. I probably got to sew this and all that, and so I haven't finished that one. Here is another journaling card that I made from the image, and this has, so I'm missing the little, there's a little, this is a chandelier out of a 50's book, so, but there is a little card, explanation card that goes with this 50's image. I'll wait and see if we can find it. But here's another 50's image of a guy. This might go on the edge of, you know, a journal page. Let's say this is the journal. This might go, you know, like on an edge of the book, and it'd be a tuck spot. It's a photograph with some albums, so I might back that onto something. This is a paper doll that I backed onto cardstock, but that's too big for this book. Oh, here's the little snippet right here. Here's the little snippet. Solving big problem. Nope, that's not it either. That's not it either. Because this is solving big problems. 60% of all accounting jobs. This is a 50's little snippet about work. So that goes with something else. I'm looking for the exclamation of this scooter. So then I've got some little die cuts. Here is a 1951 Easter card here. So that I was going to put in this journal somewhere. This I was just playing around with one day. This is a piece of a sheet that I cut out the flower and I sewed it on the top. This is a little like a wax paper window, parchment paper. And here's the girl in here, and this is from 1950's, and this is a pocket here, and this, yeah, hadn't finished that, so that's a working project. Here's another card that I made. She is cooking. Again, still fashion is considered, you know, for what's, you know, working in the kitchen. So I have that one. This card I started. I'm not sure if I'm finished or if I'll do any more. But this is a advertisement out of a 50's either Saturday Evening Post or Time Life or one of those. So that's on a, this is a scrapbook paper here, and then this is a piece of sheet. So I have that one. This one here is part of the sewing counter book. No, it's either sewing counter book or the newer one. And I just kind of put some edging on it. So this is like a journaling card. Let's see. This is a copy of a music program from Elvis Presley in the 50's. And it's actually folded wrong, but it's how I cut it out of the book that it was in. So here it says guitarist Elvis Presley. So this is a journaling card here. This one I put a snippet of fabric on. This is an image out of again a magazine, 50's magazine, Time or something, Home. And I made it into a journaling spot with another card here. Let's see. Here's another advertising image. This is out of a children's book, and I cut it out with some fancy scissors, and I just thought it was really cool with all the colors. So I cut it out and I backed it onto another page so it's thick, and then it will become a pocket in the book. I don't know if I'm going to use it in here. I doubt I will, but I'll save it for another one. Then I made the folded pockets. Here's one here. This is a children's book, and then this is a different book page, and then this is a map page. So, and then I sewed all the way around, so this can go, you know, in a book, and this can be a pocket too. That I won't use in here. Then I got some chip paint cards. I have lots of these. So I started, well, first of all, I backed them onto different types of, index card and paper. Then I took those images, some of those images that I cut out of the pattern book, and I started gluing them on. Some of them, though, like I had to cut around something else, so I have to finish embellishing these. These will make nice journaling cards. This one here is a full-length advertisement for the seamless stockings. It was 1954. So I did some sewing around the edge. I backed it onto, some pink colored cardstock. Actually, it's not cardstock. It's just pink paper, heavy, like a heavier weight paper, but I glued it on, so it makes this really nice heavy. So this will be probably in this journal included. So I just have to have a pocket to put it in. And then let's see what's in the bottom of this. These are just all kinds of scraps and images, papers that are left over. This is from, I believe this is from Workbasket. Image that I hadn't used. There's a piece of the vellum paper. Let's see what else I got. These are just scraps. Here's some more. This is wax paper. This is parchment, I think. What else we got in here? Oh, this is just a piece of backing. Here is another card or little folder I was working on. I made a pocket in here. I haven't done anything with that. Some more punch outs. Here's a little image of a little boy and girl with a bucket like Jack and Jill. I haven't used that yet. This I was fooling around with. There's some more papers, just some more offcuts. This is napkin dyed, or a napkin, collaged on there. So let's see here. A lot of the stuff is just, so here's an image cut out of a 50's magazine. Here is a journaling card I was starting to work on with a book page. And I started working on it, and I have to... Did I make a pocket? No. So I have to put something on the back there to write on. Then I was making some corner... so like you put... so it goes on the corner of your page huggers. That's what I want to see. So like that. So I was making a bunch of those with just my actual scraps. And so I'll probably put something here. That was really cool. I was fooling around too, and I made some paper clips. So this is just a little... This is not all necessarily for this book. This is just stuff I created while I was creating for this journal. So here's a hidden paperclip page there. This one here, I just kind of made this. I don't even know if anyone's done something like this. I don't know. I was just fooling around. But here, I was just kind of collaging. So that fits in there. This is a little card. This folds over. This folds out to write. And then in here is a paint chip card. And then this is made out of a page from sewing. So that goes in there. I was just starting to fold and fold and fold, and I was just having so much fun. And then this is what holds that shut. And then this one is in the back. So I was just having so much fun. And so I'm going to create some more of these little card pockets. Let's see. Got some more images here. Book page images. Scraps. Some more little cards. I have a Xenia State Fair seed packet that... this is a real seed packet, but it's bright and colorful, so I was going to make something with that. And then I just have lots of little tidbits. I made a little, you know, scrap paper thing with a little dress on it. It says Magnolia there. Like Matchbox type. And then, this was kind of a little stencil I was using. Oh, let's see what's in this little paper clip here. So this is all just like little projects that I was working on every single night when I only had like 5-10 minutes. Oh, I remember this. This is how... Okay. I got this in the mail with my cell phone cover. Yeah, this. This was with the cell phone cover. So like this little card was in here. And then this little tongue was inside this little slot here. If I can get it back in there now. So it was like that. So I'm like, oh, what an idea. Okay, so it's very fragile with paper. So what I did is I just took a piece of cardstock. So I opened it up, I traced it out, and put it... So this works very well with cardstock. So I have myself a whole pattern. So this is my pattern. And this is the little slot. So now you can stick a card in there, journaling card, and then it just slides right in there. Because it's cardstock, it's, you know, stays pretty firm there. So now there's a little card. So I created that with a piece of mail. These were just some cutouts from wallpaper. And I think that's about it in the rest of it is just like little tiny scraps and stuff. So this is all stuff that I've been working on a nightly basis, trying to finish this 50s fashion journal. And just having so much fun, but I get easily sidetracked. So I'm going to put all this stuff back. This is my little box cover. Oh, and I didn't find my little snippet for that. There is a little snippet that talks about the 50s fashion. So this is all stuff that I need to finish working on. So that is it for now. I have more I can keep showing you, and eventually I'm going to have the flip through and I'll have this all finished so that we can get this listed, and it's just so beautiful. I love it. I love it. So anyways, hope you enjoyed this little video, and I will see you soon.